Samson, I will not be tempted to go into the merits of an application which is pending before court in a trial.
I agree with you.
I will not, nobody will push me.
All right.
That is why I've stayed out of this mistrial and this striking out of play. I've been very quiet listening to maybe Goku Pencil and Sami Yenvi. And I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be swayed into getting there. There are two separate applications before the court. The determination will be made in court.
That's right.
I'm not even a lawyer in the matter. I come to sit on radio to discuss applications. I don't do that. That's below my training. I don't do that. Now, let me answer pointedly to what he has said in the last number of minutes. I would appreciate that my friend and brother would listen to me carefully before making some pronouncements. I sit here to educate Ghanaians, not him. So, the context in which I use the without prejudice, he should understand. Without going on radio and saying I'm a lawyer and I should know what. He doesn't know any better than I do.
He withdrew that.
Yes, but you see, the without prejudice comment I made, I said to you, in any event, the conversations on that tape, you can say to some extent is without prejudice. Because they had basic misunderstandings about what the LCs stood for. I am not making a general proposition. So he should situate whatever I say in context. I don't come here to just speak. I think about what I say.
Please don't intervene. Please don't intervene. Don't intervene.
Sammy cannot be without prejudice.
Sammy, please don't intervene. Thank you. You have said that. It's a point you have already made. Thank you.
I don't know.
I said the context in which they spoke about their misunderstanding is without prejudice because both of them could not hold each other to what the meaning was. He should be prepared to understand and listen. Now, about the doctrine.
Right.
I am not an expert. And I don't profess to be an expert. But I'm an intelligent person. If you claim that there's a 26-minute tape recording between the AG and Japa, you said so, I didn't say so. NDC said so. That there's a 26-minute tape. And you play 60 minutes of that tape. Where is the other 10 minutes?
It's possible you recorded only 16 minutes.
Do I? No.
They said there was a 26-minute conversation.
Conversation, yes.
Which he recorded.
Yes.
Which they are playing as 16 minutes.
No, there's a 26 minutes conversation.
Yes, not
between
a 10-minute tape.
Yeah, conversation.
Okay.
Whatever. The language.
Okay.
Between Japa and the AG. 26 minutes. And then you play 16 minutes. Where is the other 10 minutes?
So we can say to determine that the conversation was 26 minutes, you would have recorded it to know that it was 26 minutes.
Yes, and you play the whole 26 minutes. You don't play 16. You don't put it out that I have a 26 minutes tape. Then you come and play 16 minutes. Where's the 10 minutes? If it was 16 you wanted to play, you would have told us 16. So the 10 minutes, you see, even the aspect, so that's my short answer to him. I don't need to conjure it.
What do you think is missing? What do you think is missing?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
But you think that whatever is missing can be mitigating?
Whatever
can negate.
Yes, negate what has transpired. You see, things have been pieced together. That is my understanding of what I heard. Now, that aspect of the medical excuse duty, if you listen to the conversation carefully, it just came up. No one heard what had transpired before this medical excuse duty came. It could all be that. I wasn't part of that conversation. But it could all be that maybe suggestions had been made. And then the Attorney General says, okay, if you want to absent yourself from court, then bring a medical excuse duty. How can that per se be piece of evidence in court? That's my friend.
You are saying it is possible that in that conversation, Japa would have told AG that he was unwell.
Maybe, just maybe.
But he said he was going to court the next day or so, and that he was ready. And then the AG said, I wanted you to delay it for me. And he said, you still come and meet me because I have a lot to do.
Samson, we will all do ourselves a world of good if the whole 26 minutes
is played.
I'm not going to get myself into this.
Like now, you said, you and I were not there.
Yes. And then, how can this medical excuse duty be staged into evidence? If I bring a medical excuse duty to court, it is for the information. It is not evidence. We all know what evidence is in court. So how can a medical excuse duty be interpreted to be a piece of evidence? It's not.
He's saying that if a person who is healthy, who is well, goes to do that, they have deceived the court.
But that is not evidence. That is not evidence. But by what stretch of our understanding can that be evidence? It will have been deceit of court, yes. But can that be evidence? It's a factual misinformation. It cannot be evidence. It is not evidence. Unless I don't understand what evidence is. Unless you also don't understand what evidence is. Now, what again? What was the last one?
So,
criminal, yes. The criminal conduct.
Issues of crime.
Actually
says this is also criminal. That you want somebody to go to the court to say they are unwell when they are well. He says that borders on crime.
It is not criminal. There is nothing criminal about it.
I was suggesting to him that could be misconduct.
It's misconduct at the very least. But how can that be a criminal? Okay. If you suggest that somebody should procure, even in the wildest interpretations of it, that somebody should go and procure a medical report.
On the basis of these developments, let's come here.
On the issue about the 26 minutes tape and this criminal.
So hold on. I'll come back to you. Right. When I get to you, you speak to that before you speak to what you have to say.
All right.
On the basis of this tape and what transpired in the court, and now even further affidavits on oath have been placed in the court, where the Attorney General has categorically denied all these claims. People, towering lawyers like Kweku Ansansari, former, director of the law school and director of legal education, Professor Kojo Appiagyei of the University of Ghana, and others say that the Attorney General's continuous stay in office is untenable. He either has to be sacked by the president or he must resign. You say this cannot happen.
I don't know who determines the misconduct of the Attorney General. In all the scenarios, what has been played out. I don't know who determines the conduct of the Attorney General. In any event, Samson, this piece of evidence, this tape recorded conversation that has been bandied about and thrown into the public domain, there's an ongoing trial. There's an ongoing trial in a court of competent jurisdiction.
I don't want to be in the shoes of this judge.
And the judge is doing her best to listen to the piece of evidence, the demeanor of the witnesses. At the end of the day, she's the best arbiter of what has transpired. Whichever way the case goes, there's always an appellate system. Jakpa had said something in court. The trial has not abated. It is ongoing. The Attorney General has not been given the opportunity on the threshold to even cross-examine.
It's not his turn yet.
So that we will all test the veracity of that loud proclamation.
And the Attorney General subscribes to a broadcast of the proceedings as requested by Atuforsen's counsel.
I would not be averse. I think in the best tradition, that is what we should be doing.
Well, the decision is for the CJ.
Yes, tell me what I'm saying. In the best tradition, that is what we should be doing. That if there's a matter which engages so much of the public attention, Ghanaians should be made to see what is happening. Of course, the election petition trials, we've all seen what went on in the court.
All right.
But that decision lies solely at the discretion of the Chief Justice. I, sitting here, cannot make a decision for the Chief Justice.
All right.
If the Chief Justice feels that there is merit in a televised broadcast, so be it. Ghanaians will see what happens. Yes.
So